Good morning, folks. This is Lindsey Hudson with SPS back in the building for another SPS Monday Motivation. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I had one. If you're here on a Monday, that means you had a great weekend. You made it through, no matter what challenges or tribulations you may have experienced. Just grateful to be able to be back in front of you guys. That is a good thing. Um, what I want to talk to you guys about today is a pretty cool story that led to today's Monday Motivation. Um, I was leaving the Michigan Capitol this morning. Who was this saying good morning? Let me guess. Michelle Mimi Watkins. Good morning, Michelle. How are you? Thank you for always checking in with the SPS Monday Motivation. I was going to tell a story that led to today's Monday Motivation, being important versus being influential. Being important versus being influential. So what happened, Michelle, is just last week I was down at the Capitol and I was leaving out of the Capitol, and I actually was walking on the sidewalk, not here, but close to here. If you look at where the statue is, the door that is to the left that you're seeing, I came out that door and I was walking to the left, walking down the little sidewalk there, and there was a brother, an older African American gentleman who was walking, and we pretty much were going to kind of run into each other, not bump into each other, but we were on those paths. I noticed he kept kind of looking towards me, and I'm always going to acknowledge the brothers and sisters when I see him. I'm always going to say good morning, hello, whatever it may be. But he kept, looking, and he finally said, "You must be important if you're coming out of there," referring to me leaving the Capitol. I appreciate the compliment. I appreciated it, and I just laughed and I said, "Thanks, man. I appreciate it." But it got me to thinking. It got me to thinking really quick, and I guess in the effort to remain humble about it, I said, "Wow, is it better to be important or influential?" There's a difference. I can be a VIP. Look at this space that I occupied during the day. The state Senate. I go in there, those hollowed halls. When you look at how opulent it is, and people are dressed a certain way in conducting the business of the people, if you will. It's easy to say that the elected officials are referred to as VIPs, very important people. But it really made me think about, what kind of person I am and who I wanted to be going forward. And that's why I posed that question. And we define the word important is defined as a state or fact of being of great significance or value. Again, the state or fact of being of great significance or value. Yeah, that's that VIP, a very important person. And there are very important people that spend their time in those hollow halls. I understand that. But also, influence is defined as the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something, or the effect itself. So I think it's something you need to think about, the difference between being important and influential. Now, mind you, it's important to be important in the sense that you can make things happen, you can get things done, if you will, because of who you are, what you may stand for. But influence is a different thing. And I thought about the part about being influential because what good is it being important if you can't use your importance to have an impact and positively impact lives? I was thinking of a story that I heard recently, and I just saw this the other night. It's Chance the Rapper. Chance wouldn't go down as one of the top rappers. He wasn't part of the BET Awards, I'm pretty sure, last night. But they talked about Chance the Rapper speaking on helping Anita Baker acquire her masters. Oh, Sister Baker, we love Anita Baker. Doing well. She has a Vegas residency. She came back to Detroit as well and sold the house out, I know. But I thought that was pretty interesting. He told the story about how she was having some issues with her getting her master's back. My brother Aaron Mays. Good morning, brother. How you doing? We talk about importance over being influential, being important versus influential. And I'm telling the story of Chance the Rapper talking about Anita Baker some time ago, saying that she had completed her contracts with Elektra. And I mean, one of her deals was like for 35 years. She had a 35-year contract and it finally was up. That makes sense. We know how long Anita Baker's been creating wonderful music. And she was saying on social media how all of her white counterparts have been able to reclaim their masters. And for some reason, every time she went to reclaim her master, for those you don't know, the masters are pretty much, you being able to have ownership over your original creation. And masters for someone like Anita Baker can be very, very lucrative. And she was saying how she was unable to claim her masters, unlike her white counterparts. And every time she went to do so, there was some legalese she would get caught in and some reason why. So her plan was to tell her followers on social media to boycott her music. That's right, boycott Anita Baker's music, because by purchasing the music and streaming the music, those resources weren't coming to her. They were still going to her company. So many people were saying things like, I'm sorry, Auntie, I got to clean my house, so I got to have that Anita Baker music. So they were kind of justifying not supporting her in the boycott. And Chance, he said, he had some encounters with her briefly. And she knew his mother, knew him. They had saw each other at like a pre-Grammy party. She had walked up to him initially. Now, this is before all the things that came out on social media about her getting her master's. So basically, he made a statement that, don't be so quick, guys, to just keep supporting that. She, support her and what she's talking about. This is really important. Now, he was, he said he was very cautious about even making a statement, thinking, who am I? No one's going to listen to me. And he said he actually forgot about it. But he said he was at a show. He went to one of her shows. I don't even think he let her know that he was coming. He was in the audience like midway through, and she called him out in the show and said, I want to thank you, Chance the Rapper, for what you did, because you helped me reclaim my master. So his statement, his influence, if you will, played a role in her being able to regain her master. So what I'm trying to tell you guys this morning, you could pose the question to yourself: is it better to be important or influential? Because being important is great. It's great to be able to walk in the room, people recognize you, and they can do what they do what's needed. But the influence is something different. Can you get someone to do something based on who you are and what you have going on? I think that's something we need to keep in mind going forward. It's really important to do that. The masters are your musical real estate, your asset. Morning, Lenny. Thank you. Facebook user saying Facebook user. I'm not sure it is, but if you're saying Lenny, boy, you know me from somewhere. How we grew up, because you called me Lenny. That's my mama's nickname for me. But Facebook user says your masters are your musical real estate, your asset. Good morning, Lenny. Yeah, appreciate that, Facebook user. Oh, that's Latoya. Shout out Latoya. What's going on, Latoya Mac? I appreciate you. Thinking I know you know all about masters and what's going on. So with that being said, folks, is it more important to be influential or considered to be important? I think that's something to come in mind. My brother Aaron May says to be an influencer, you have to make an impact, a difference maker. Yeah, I think that's something we have to think about. And it felt good walking out of the Capitol and a brother giving me a compliment. Hey, man, you must be important. But for some reason, I don't want to get stopped on that. I remember years ago when I was with the Granholm administration, I took a picture in my office. The time was on the fourth floor and it faced the Capitol. And one of my friends saw the picture and say, man, he must really, be doing things down there. But also that friend ended up having an issue with the state. And I told myself, what good is it me being in this role if I can't help that person? So I think that's something we got to keep in mind, folks, going forward, is that we always want to think about, is it more of an impactful thing to be important or influential? And boy, we can do so much with our influence. And that's what I'm hoping I'm able to do with this platform. That's what I'm hoping that you guys can go do with the impact that you have, whether you're a coach like Coach Watkins, Aaron Mays, his work as a great official when he's officiating these games, Latoya Mack as a mom to your great sons and all that they're doing. All I can say is being influential is a good thing, and we need to keep that in mind. So with that, I won't keep you guys too much longer on this Monday motivation. I want you guys to go on and have a great day, have a great week, have a great month, have a great year, have a great life. And with that, all the best. Thank you for supporting Lindsay House and the SPS platform. See you guys next time. Peace.